Star Wars games are almost as old as the movie franchise itself, with a storyline spanning decades. It's no surprise multiple variations of Star Wars games have come out as a beloved Star Wars fan. I decided to sit down and rewind my memory by going through almost 100 Star Wars games to pick the best, so buckle up and visit the sci-fi lands as I rank down the best Star Wars games of all time. On this list, we have mentioned the best games from over the years. This includes the sequels, spin-offs, or any other game with a Star Wars title attached to it. Number 11, Star Wars: The Old Republic. EA made an ambitious attempt by combining MMO with Star Wars, and guess what? It didn't disappoint. Handled by Broadsword Online Games, Old Republic's story is a rich and fantastic one, along with great 3-act storytelling. The gameplay provides a perfect place for those who enjoy the Knights of the Old Republic. To date, the Old Republic receives regular content updates with 8 expansions to date. Star Wars: The Old Republic definitely delivered on its perfect storytelling and deserves a spot on this list, available on Windows PC. Number 10, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. There is a reason why a Lego game is on this list. Unlike any other game in the history of Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga lets you play through all 9 of the mainline movie stories. This is incredible, as you get to play the iconic characters from the entire franchise. Despite being a Lego game, the Skywalker Saga looks and feels fresh and has decent combat mechanics, although not a huge upgrade from the Lego Star Wars of previous years. The story definitely hooks you in and keeps you there during the entire journey. Definitely try the Skywalker Saga if you're into Lego. Available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS. Number 9, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. Before we got the Respawn Jedi masterpiece, there was another Jedi game slashing enemies with lightsabers, setting a new standard for third-person action games in the Star Wars universe. Jedi Outcast had it all under control. The game gave us the perfect single-player campaign with story-rich gameplay. The key of the game, however, was the return of Kyle Katarn, the protagonist of the incredible Star Wars Dark Forces from the 90s for me. Jedi Outcast holds a special place among the best Star Wars games of all time. Available on Microsoft Windows, macOS, macOS X, GameCube, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4. Number 8, Star Wars Republic Commando. Considered to be one of the best original Xbox games, Republic Commando worked extremely well. The game came right around the FPS trends when Rainbow Six's popularity was soaring as such. LucasArts took the Clone Troopers and took a unique approach to the traditional Star Wars games. While you take control of the Clone Troopers in a Clone Wars-like situation, the heavy gunplay will not disappoint in 2021. The game received an enhanced port for PS4 and Switch, giving you a great Clone Wars experience too. Available on Microsoft Windows, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4. Number 7, Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 builds upon its predecessor in incredible ways. We see Kyle Katarn not only grapple with the Dark Jedi who killed his father, but also uncover a surprising truth: his own connection to the Force. This FPS adventure seamlessly blends RPG elements, thrilling lightsaber combat, and awesome Force powers. It's a fascinating evolution that gets overshadowed by its successors, but it also introduced groundbreaking online multiplayer to the Star Wars gaming world. Available on Microsoft Windows. Number 6, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Don't let the negative reviews fool you during the end days of Battlefront 2. DICE tried hard to make this game a serviceable FPS. The developers who made the massive Battlefield games took over the Star Wars franchise for EA and delivered a compelling single-player campaign. Although the 2015 reboot was average in all aspects, the 2017 sequel was delivered. Revisiting the 2005 game again was a nostalgic refreshment in all good ways. I would like to forget the latter half of the game, which was a live service massacre, though available on PlayStation 4, Windows, Xbox One. Number 5, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Once EA got to be the head of Star Wars games, it took it for a ride, which sadly went through a lot of hiccups, however. We don't blame the company for trying new things with the franchise that happened, especially when Fallen Order came out. The game was an excellent combination of Souls-like action-adventure and Metroidvania to satisfy modern Star Wars fans, although some parts of the gameplay needed polishing. The story and music did not miss a single beat. While it is not exactly in any genre, EA did something unique that made fans, including me, enjoy it a lot as such. Fallen Order comes close to the best Star Wars games of all time. Available on PlayStation 4, Windows, Xbox One, Stadia, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS. Number 4, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, also known as KOTOR 2 among fans, is a class above KOTOR 1. Even though the game has a few issues, it hooked me in deeply and did not let go until the end despite its minor faults. Coder 2 deserves your time. If you have not tried the game yet, it is one of the perfect Star Wars experiences ever. This is all the more reason that the game ends up in your top 3 for the best Star Wars games ever available on Xbox, Microsoft Windows, Linux, OS X, Android, iOS, Nintendo Switch. Number 3, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, if Fallen Order was the foundation. Then Survivor was the pillar of success for EA Star Wars games. The game carries forward an excellent story continuity and doesn't skip a single beat. Respawn also improved its Metroidvania design for the game after learning from Fallen Order. Survivor is considered one of the best games of 2023 and made a huge impact on the Star Wars timeline. However, it's still not my top choice. Keep reading to find out who the absolute winner is. Available on PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Number 2, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Who would have thought that in 20 years, no other game would be worthy enough of the Star Wars coder? Unlike any other game the franchise created, Knights of the Old Republic was the perfect RPG. The best part about the game is you can dictate your own path. While there might come a remake for the game, the original is absolutely a must-try. It will give you the perfect Star Wars atmosphere with a compelling character-building scenario, along with great storytelling. KOTOR is no wonder at the top of the best Star Wars games list available on Xbox, Windows, Mac OS X, iOS, Android, Nintendo Switch. Number 1, Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws is an action-adventure game set in an expansive open world, where players assume the role of Kay-Vess, a cunning scoundrel navigating both planetary landscapes and the dangers of deep space, featuring third-person combat. Kay wields a blaster with multiple firing modes, uses environmental objects to her advantage, and can employ stealth to neutralize threats. Her companion Nix aids in exploration and combat. While her diverse arsenal includes tools like a grappling hook and a hacking device, players traverse the galaxy aboard the Trailblazer starship, engaging in space battles and exploring space stations for missions and trade. The game emphasizes player-driven choices, with a reputation system impacting interactions with 4 major factions, while a 6-level wanted system governs Imperial pursuit based on player actions. Available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, GeForce Now, Microsoft Windows. Amazon Luna, that concludes my list of the best Star Wars games of all time. Do you agree with the list? Which game is your favorite? Share your thoughts in the comments below.